Hey, greetings everyone. It's Glenn Kellaway from the basement. Kind of excited today. It's Monday. I've been waiting for an arrival from Amazon, so I'm just about to open two boxes here. One box has a record, vinyl record, and a CD, and the other box has a vinyl record. I ordered them all at the same time, but I guess they came from different locations and two deliveries, but they made it pretty early. Usually I don't get my Amazon deliveries till 5 o'clock, and they was here around noon. Um, I won a contest. Richard McCook, one of the great guys in the vinyl community. Richard had a contest, his quarter contest, 60 names in the hat. One person had two entries for a bonus thing, so there was 60, one out of 60 chances of winning, and look who wins. Me. When I first started in the VC 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago now, I entered a lot of contests. It was a way to kind of network in the vinyl community. And I was lucky. I won like three or four of them. Like, it was crazy. I was like the luckiest guy in the world. And then from that point on, never won a thing. Never, not even a sniff. Now I have to admit, I don't enter a ton of contests anymore. I kind of support my friends and stuff. And Richard's an awesome guy. Um, he sent me an Amazon gift card, and I spent it immediately. And I'm going to show you what I got. While I'm doing that, opening the box, I want to tell you that my last video, I did a stack one, stack two, stole the idea from my friend Larry Graves, and 60s versus 70s stack, and I have the results of the poll. 60s won by one vote, 11 votes to 10. How's that? That was pretty close. So thank you all for contributing to that. I really appreciate it. So let's see what I got here. I'm opening a box. As you can see, there's a box. Let's see. Oh, geez, don't run with scissors. Okay, so this box has one record in it. I'm going to open the other box before I show everything. Second box. Da-da-da. Hope everyone's having a great day. It's a holiday here in Canada. It's, well, I know in Ontario anyway, the province of Ontario. I'm not sure if it's across the country, but it's called the Civic Holiday. That's just a excuse to have a day off for the summer, I think. But they're all holidays to me, being retired. Okay, here we go. Here we go. My CD. Record. Okay, what do you do here? Pull the tab. Pull the tab. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Now, Richard, thank you so much for your generosity and for having a great contest. Richard gained a few more subscribers, so that's great. And if you are not a subscriber to Richard McCook's channel, please do so. He's well deserving, and he's got a great channel. Okay, let's start with this. Possibly my favorite jazz album of all time, and it's a vocal jazz album. I love this freaking album. I used to have the essay. Let me show you what it is first. It's Patricia Barber's Cafe Blue. Now, I originally discovered Patricia Barber because when I bought an CD player, I don't know how many years ago now, 10, 12, 15 years ago, this album was considered the best sounding SACD ever. And I knew a guy who sold SACDs, and he gave me a good deal on it. I traded some other ones I had for it too, because it wasn't cheap. It was like, I think I paid $80 for it. Now, that's a lot of money for one CD. Took it home and was immediately drawn to it because it's different for a jazz album. The instrumentation, like there's an electric guitar that kind of floats through it, and really interesting instruments. I love the songs, and the album just really, for an album that really in my wheelhouse I shouldn't like, I loved, and grew to love it more and more and more. I sold my SACD player earlier this year, and I gave the guy who bought it a deal on this CD because it sells for a lot of money. That MoFi SACD original master, you could probably get a couple $100 for it. I sold it for $120. Now, so I didn't have it on CD, but I did have it on vinyl. Now, this isn't a Mobile Fidelity vinyl, but it still sounds amazing. This album just sounds incredible, by the way. She does a version of Taste of Honey on here, and does a version of about Ode to Billy Joe, you know, the Bobby Gentry song, and also a great version of Nardis, a Miles Davis tune. Just a great, great record. Fantastic. I absolutely love it. So I wanted a CD of it. Now, they released this. This is an SACD, but it's a hybrid, meaning it plays a regular CD layer. This is it here. And it's called Unmastered. So I thought I would check this out. Now, this was $40, but I've been wanting to buy it for a long time, but I didn't want to spend my own money on it. But when you win money, it's kind of your chance to, you know, buy stuff that you wouldn't normally pick up for yourself. So this originally came out in 1994, this album. The Unmastered one is pretty much bare bones. They took away, meaning there's no EQ, there's no reverb, etc. like that. So it's going to be really an interesting listen. And if I want the normal, everyday, typical listen, I've got my vinyl. So pretty excited to have this. I got to tell you. This is going on the player right away of the three things I bought. I don't know what I did with my scissors. I put them back. Let me see if I can open this baby. There we go. So all these three titles that I bought, they're all jazz titles. You get kind of bored after a while listening to the same stuff all the time, don't you? It's like you gotta find something different to buy and listen to and challenge yourself with. It's got the really good SACD case, which I like. Really heavy duty case. There's the album. Here is must be a blurb on the back, and then Patricia Barber. There's the song titles if you want to check them out. Yeah, that's the original thing. So let me see what it says here. This is by Super Audio Center. I don't know. My listening preference is to get as close to the original mix master as possible. Often the original mix master needs little help or nothing at all to make me very happy. This is particularly true with records recorded and mixed by the great recording engineers, which is certainly the case with this album. I think the preference stems from my early career working in the studios. I'm trying to see if it says anything that we need to know. On this mix, unmastered as it is here, you feel the character Capital's custom Nev board. And you hear all the detail and feel the space of those famous analog reverb chambers. It's unlike any other version of Cafe Blue released to date, and I think will only start to broaden the appreciation of the exceptional recording. So there we go. If you haven't heard this album, check it out. And you're a jazz fan, or you're kind of a fan of psych music or anything, because it's pretty cool. Next. I've been always aware of this album, but never, well, always, but as a jazz album. I saw Mazzy do a video on his 10 most listened to jazz albums, and this was in his top 10, and I had been thinking about buying it, and as soon as I saw that, I went, I gotta get this. So with the money, I ordered this. Something Else, Cannonball Adderley, with Miles Davis. So this incredible album, which is pretty much arguably the greatest jazz album of all time, at least if you look up greatest jazz albums of all time, it seems to be number one on every list. Recorded in 1957. This was recorded in 1958, and Miles returned the favor of Cannonball Adderley playing on Kinda Blue and is on Something Else. So I'm really excited to hear this. Let's see if we can get it open. Now it does say Jazz Classics, audiophile grade, pure virgin 180 gram vinyl, classic jazz LPs, collector's edition, newly remastered, deluxe inner sleeves, one pressing, limited edition. So I don't know. It's on the Wax Time label, whatever the hell that is. Any of you guys who are into this kind of stuff, maybe can let me know. There's the label. It's I guess it's a polyline paper sleeve, so I'll switch that out to a better sleeve probably. But anxious to hear that too. And last but not least, Mr. Kenny Burrell, one of the great jazz guitarists. I got this fairly cheaply because I think it was on a. I think I got this from the Amazon warehouse. So bear with me for a sec. Let's get through this. It's like Christmas. Christmas in August. It's usually Christmas in July on the Woman's Channel or whatever my wife watches. Okay. Come on. Come on, Kenny. Okay, this album was recorded in 1956 in various locations. I think some of it might be live and some studio. I'm not quite sure. Kenny Burrell. That picture, illustration, was drawn by Andy Warhol. You know that? Pretty cool. Kenny Burrell, Paul Chambers, who plays on Kinda Blue, is on this. Not sure about any of the other guys. Tommy Flanagan on piano. I don't really know too many of these guys. Yeah, but this is a Blue Note Tone Poet reissue. It's supposed to sound great. So we shall see. Hopefully there's no problems with it. It doesn't look... I wonder. I think it's okay. Thought it might have a bit of a warp to it, but so that's what I picked up for my money that I won. So I'm gonna go back and do a, because I don't know where these are gonna rank in my favorite jazz albums. After I listen to them, I was gonna do a jazz ranking at some point. So everyone have a great day. Thanks so much. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I am about 20 people away from 2,000. So please, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I would much appreciate it. Thank you.